We are dealing with holiday debt today with Ted Rossman, the senior industry analyst at Bankrate.com. Hello to you, Ted.
Hi, Angie. Happy New Year.
Ted, bring us up to date on where credit card interest rates are going as the Fed is raising rates.
We finished 2022 with an all-time record high for the national credit card average. It was 19.6%. And we've been studying this since 1985. We've never seen it higher. In fact, 2022 also brought the single largest one-year gain on record. We started the year back at 16.3% and finished it at 19.6. So even though that represents about 3.25 points, the typical credit card borrower is actually facing a rate that's 4.25 percentage points higher. Sometimes the national average doesn't move quite as much as your individual rate. But the Fed pushed rates up 4.25 points last year. Your credit card rate probably followed suit. So that's definitely a big deal for anybody with a balance. We think the credit card average will probably settle somewhere between 20 and 20.5% by the middle of the year. Obviously, a super high number. Got to pay this down as soon as possible.
Some of our viewers may have a goal of getting rid of debt this year. What's a good plan of attack?
It sounds overwhelming, but the good news is that you do have options. My top tip is to get a 0% balance transfer card. You could potentially pause the interest clock for up to 21 months with a card like the Wells Fargo Reflect, the Citi Diamond Preferred, or the Bank America card. So what you do is you take your existing high-cost debt, move it over to one of these cards with a 0% promo rate. I would say don't add any more purchases to the card. Just divide what you owe by the number of months in that 0% term and try to stick to it. That could save you a ton of money in interest, even though there's a transfer fee of 3 to 5% upfront. I still think it could be well worth it. Alternatives might include a low-rate personal loan. If you have good credit, that can be a viable form of debt consolidation. You might be able to get a 7% rate over 5 or 6 years. Reputable nonprofit credit counseling agencies like Money Management International can often devise similar plans, and you don't even need great credit. So look into that. And then finally, practice those fundamentals. Take on a side hustle, sell stuff you don't need, cut your expenses. $1 saved is $1 earned after all, and credit card rates are super high, as we've discussed.
Thank you as always, Ted. Great information.
Thanks for having me.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.